Well, g'day travellers, and welcome back to the channel. We're having Friday afternoon drinks at the Loaded Dog Hotel at Tarago in New South Wales, and we are off fishing and crabbing again, but this time on the mighty Clyde River. So Nine's in the passenger seat this time. She wasn't missing out on another trip, were you?
Nope, and I want to catch some crabs.
So,
The good kind.
wow. Could be a different sort of episode, folks. Anyway,
No.
we'll catch you down at the Clyde River. Well, folks, just arrived at the campsite, and this is a perfect example of why the booking system doesn't work. So there's 4 campsites down here. 2 take camper trailers and 2 are walking camps. They're all taken, and a load of 4 four-wheel drives packed up with camping gear has just lobbed down here. So obviously that mob hadn't booked. So yeah, once again, we're here. Thank God we're here, because it may have been a repeat of the Karua episode all over again. So what's for dinner, my dear?
We are having fish wraps.
Fish wraps.
Fish wraps with taco sauce and baby spinach.
What happened to this one?
Yeah, it's a bit squish sticking. Next one's good.
Taking our fish over here, done in the road chef. On the road chef on the way here, whacked them in when we stopped for a beer at the Loaded Dog. Well, cheers, baby.
Cheers.
This is how to spend a Friday night. Morning, folks. Saturday morning, pretty leisurely start here at camp. Finished setting up this morning, got the annex and everything sorted up. And Nine's cooking up a storm on the Austrack kitchen. What are we having?
Wagyu beef, sausage and egg wrap.
Wagyu beef, pretty fancy. So we're going to knock some brekkie over, and then we'll probably take the kayak down, get the crab pots out, and show you around Red Gum Camp. Rightio, time to see if we can catch Neen some crabs. Bit of a leisurely start this morning, and we're just paddling the pots out. It's high tide in a couple of hours, so we'll go drop them, and we'll leave them out there till the Savo. Then I'll come back, set up the gear, and see if we can't catch us a nice floodie for dinner. How good is it just being out on the river, paddling along, looking for the perfect spot to drop your crab prop before heading off for a fish. This, folks, is the way weekends are meant to be spent. Bugger this mowing lawn shit. Loving this. Better. All right, let's go see. We can catch us some fish. Well, I reckon there's something really exciting about surface lure fishing, and I'm just in the mangroves here on the Clyde River, just in a little bit of an inlet, and got a couple of nice hits on the first cast. They didn't hook up, a couple of nice hits. Not sure if it was a brim or a tailor. Haven't had anything since, but it was just a lovely way to fish. The whole visual aspect of it, of being able to see that fish come up and hit the lure, it's pretty exciting. So I reckon 100 or so more casts, I reckon we might have a few. I've got a good feeling today. I'm just down where I dropped a couple of the crab pots this morning, and the tide has come up and one of my floats has gone underwater, so I'm sure this afternoon when the tide goes back down I will be able to find where I dropped it, and fingers crossed we'll get some nice big muddies in there. We got a ferry coming up the river now, so must be a ferry that runs to Batemans Bay or something. What a glorious day to just be sitting out on the kayak, casting a line. Sensational. And have a nice cold one to wet the whistle while you do it. Fantastic. So we are getting another single kayak for Neen, because we do have the tandem, but she wants to have a bit of a paddle on her own. So we've got one coming next week, so hopefully you'll see us both out here catching fish. And I'll take this in a little bit, and Neen will go out for a paddle on her own, and we might send the drone up and show you around the beautiful Clyde River. Where the hell is this ferry going? He's much bigger than me. Well, we certainly didn't clean up on the fishing this morning, so just back at camp, lunchtime now, we're going to get some lunch on. Part of the reason for doing the trip this weekend was a bit of a shakedown of the old Austrack before we head off to the Kimberley for 6 weeks to make sure we got everything right, because the last trip we did with it was a bloody disaster. Now, we did do something really bloody stupid, didn't we, darling? She's going to say, no, you did. But anyway, when we put it away after the Wee Jasper trip, we forgot to turn off the control panel, and then we left the camper sitting there for a good couple of months. Now, I went out to check things out the other day before we were setting it up, and it was dead as a dodo. So plugged her into 240, and the batteries were down at around 6 volts. So we had them charging for probably 4 days before we left, and yeah, they're not holding charge. So because of our laziness, I suppose, we are up for 2 new AGM batteries. Forgetfulness and laziness, not going out and plugging the bloody thing on a regular basis.
No, I think it's just you forget.
Okay, you tell yourself that. Anyway, so we're up for 2 new AGMs. Now, we've got another drama. So we've got an XTM solar panel, because it has a manager 30 in this thing, and the solar has never worked from day one, has it? So I bypassed that, and we bought a regulated solar panel, a 260 watt XTM solar panel, and it's worked fine up until this morning. It's gone kaput, so we don't know why. So I've just plugged the unregulated panel in off the car. And that lit everything up straight away. So, but we can't run an unregulated panel straight to the battery. So, I guess we're also going to be either changing the regulator on that solar panel, or looking for a better solar panel, and maybe installing a new regulator into the camper. So this is why you do shakedowns, guys, because much better to have these hassles on a weekend like this than out in the middle of the Kimberley. So the battery is hanging in there, sitting around 66% at the moment. And we did have solar. We had solar running into it this morning, but something between now and then has gone. So anyway, lunchtime.
Hey guys, I just wanted to show you some of our modifications for storage that we have done on our X Austrack camper. So this is one storage solution that I have come up with. So I have brought some shelving units. I just brought them from Kmart. They were like $12 or something like that, so they're very cheap. And then I have attached it. I don't know if you can see that. I'm very bad at filming, so bear with me. There's a little strap up there that I've attached it to the pole because it is on the down sloping pole, so you need to attach it, otherwise it is going to fall down. And then just down the bottom here, I am going to put another little strap on here, like with some Velcro or something like that, just so I can attach it to that, and then it won't go anywhere, then it'll just be secure. But it's a great way to put your clothes. It's got about 6 shelves on it, 5 shelves, 6 shelves, so it's great for that. And I've also done that on the other side with the same strap up the top, and then it falls down to the bottom. It doesn't interfere with the sleeping. The bed's big enough, so you don't really, it's not really in the way or anything like that. Also, I have another storage solution. So this is our little broom to sweep out our little Austrack. So it just attaches with a clip to the side there, on that side, and that way it just sits there all the time. It's there if I need it. Got something on the floor, we can sweep it up straight away. Great little handy tool to have. And also down here, so we have removed our television. We don't need it, we don't use it, we just prefer to use our iPad. So I have all this storage down here now, so I can fit so much in here. At the moment I've got like a muck mat in there, I've got glasses, I've got paper towel, toilet paper, soap, foil trays, I've got all my cleaning stuff, I have fly spray in there, my dustpan. Like, I fit so much in there, so it's well worth getting rid of that television. Hey, each to their own. We don't need it. If you don't need it, get rid of it. It takes up so much room, and voila, storage space. Something else we bought for the camper, which comes in handy, is this great little Sirocco fan. I mean, they aren't that cheap, but well worth it. You can put it onto any pole. We've actually put, if you can see that, we've put, I think they're called broom clips, but they could be called something else. They attach to any pole in the camper, so you can put them on those poles, above your bed, anywhere you like. Great little addition to our camper. So this is the dish rack that Austrack provides, well, sort of just dish rack, shelving unit, whatever you want to call it. I think it's pretty useless. I mean, you can store your detergents and stuff on it, but I have an idea. So what I want is, I want to remove this shelf and then somehow attach it to this bottom shelf. That way I can use my little dish rack, which will sit there nicely, and it'll have the height because it won't have that little shelf there anymore. And I'm thinking, if that shelf was to attach to that shelf, somehow we can still get it to fold up and over into the sink. Seems easy enough. Well, I've told hubby about it, and he said leave it with him, he'll have a think about it to see what he can come up with.
I've just finished a great lunch of Wagyu beef burgers. Seems to be Wagyu weekend this weekend, but we are all Wagyu'd out, and it'll be a pork knuckle for dinner, which I need to put on shortly. Firstly, I wanted to show you around Red Gum Camp. Now, Red Gum Camp is in the Clyde River National Park, not far from Batemans Bay. A very small little camp area, this one, so only 4 sites. So the 2 sites that you see, old mate his caravan there, us in the Austrack, and then you've got 2 walk-in sites down here that you have to leave your car down in this area and tramp everything in, and that is it. So yeah, as you've seen last night with that group rocking in, people don't tend to book, so even if you do the right thing like us and book your sites, it is potluck for whether or not you're going to get in. But anyway, let me show you around. So that's the 4 camp areas, and then just down here we have the access to the water. So from our camp here, walk straight down and that is where we've been launching the kayak this morning. Up the road up there, around about 50 metres, is a toilet, and it's not a drop toilet, it's actually a septic toilet, so it's pretty clean actually. And down here is the walking camps. Now I think there are some people set up down here, but I think they've gone for a run into town or something, so we'll sneak down and have a look. So it's probably a 50 metre walk in to camp 3 and 4, which is down here, and as you see, some people set up. And then some more access to the beach. They got a little jetty area here. Down to the water. And the beautiful Clyde River right there. Couple of pork knuckles here. We'll have a peek before I get in trouble for opening it. Oh, look at that! Oh, gonna be good. Well, darling, no crabs for you today, but the old pork knuckle, not a bad consolation.
Very good. Not the veggies.
Morning, folks. Sunday morning, and we've waken up to just a light sprinkling of rain. I'm going to make a cuppa, and it's low tide, so I'm going to head up and see whether our crab trap that went too deep is around, and I can get that back. Hopefully, we'll have some muddies overnight. Just want to show you something we bought at Christmas time, and it's worked a bloody treat. So anytime you're camping, you've always got the issue of bugs. So from Snowies, we bought this little, can't even remember the brand of it, but it's called an X180. It's just a little bug zapper, and it worked a treat, guys. Look at this. So we left it on the table here last night, and it is an insect graveyard. And for once, we didn't get hammered with mozzies. The tide's looking pretty low down here this morning. Hopefully I can get around the other side of the island, because the sandbar is all exposed. I fell down that same hole 3 times yesterday. Alright, off we go. Let's go see if Neen's got crabs. Well, absolute donut on the fishing and absolute donut on the crabs, but Sunday morning, and nothing is better than Mrs. Jeng's eggs in the bush. So I can live with that. What do you reckon? And what do you think of red gum? Yeah, top little spot, but like I said, not many spots, so probably try and get in early, I reckon. Would be the tip for this one. Anyway, going to tuck into Mrs. Jeng's eggs, and then it'll almost be time to pack up. You going for a paddle this morning? So Nee's going to go for a paddle first, and then we'll pack up and back to the real world. Not for long though. We'll be back soon. I reckon we'll call it a weekend there. Red Gum Camp near Batemans Bay, a top little weekend to spot. What do you reckon?
Yeah, top little spot.
But the whole purpose of this trip was to check out if the Austrack was ready for the Kimberley, and she ain't. Still got a little bit of work to do, but that's why you do these shakedown trips. Now you know the drill by now. If you like what we do, smash that subscribe button. Make sure you check us out on all of our other socials, and we'll catch you somewhere on the next episode of We Went That Away Adventures. Cheers, guys. Well, g'day travellers, and welcome back to the channel. Having Friday afternoon, but where are we? Loaded dog at Tarago.
Yeah.
All right, let's work that out first.
Okay.
Got a couple of pork knuckles. Oh, yay. I got a couple of pork knuckles. That was good. We'll try that again.